What is a pre-approval letter? When do you need one? And what should you consider when getting that pre-approval letter? Well, a pre-approval letter is a letter from your lender when you are getting a mortgage for a home. That letter needs to be included when you're making an offer on that home. What is included in that letter? Well, basically, let the listing agent and seller know what your lender has done to pre-qualify you for that loan and mortgage. Perhaps they've pulled your credit, looked at your bank statements, verified your employment. Those are all things that are important in order to qualify for a loan. The other thing that will be in that pre-approval letter is the amount that you are approved for. So if you are approved for $700,000, that will be indicated in that letter, as well as what your down payment will be on a home. Is it 5%? Is it 10%? Is it 20%? That's what will be in that letter. Now, some things to consider when getting a pre-approval letter. You definitely want to get one before you even start to go out and look at homes with a realtor. And the reason is, if you don't even know what you can afford and what is within your budget, it's going to be very difficult to narrow down the kind of homes that you'll be looking for. Once you have that pre-approval, you will know exactly what you're looking for in a home. The other reason that you want a pre-approval letter before you go out and look at homes is that when you are making an offer, you will need to show that pre-approval letter as well when making that offer. If you do not have that in place and have not gone through that pre-approval process, you might find yourself falling in love with a home that disappears before you're able to get that pre-approval. Having that letter in hand makes the process much simpler and quicker. The other thing to consider is where you're getting that pre-approval letter from. Some people will want to quickly go online and get a pre-approval. However, it may not have gone through a very thorough process. Also, it may be difficult to get someone on the line, and when you do, that person may be in a different time zone. If you get a pre-approval letter from a bank, well, they may only be working banking hours, and so when you need assistance late at night or on the weekend, you may not get things as quickly as if you work with a local lender. I always recommend that my buyers work with a local lender. Ask your realtor who they prefer and who they recommend. They'll often be able to give you several different names, and you can go and talk to each of them and see who is the right fit for you. Now, the reason you want to work with a local lender is hopefully they have a team behind them that is available 24/7. Sometimes the difference between you winning a home and someone else winning the home is if your lender is willing to get on the phone at 10 o'clock at night with the listing agent and verify that you can follow through with this transaction and to closing on this home. If you need an updated pre-approval letter at 10 a.m. on a Sunday, you want to know that you're working with a lender that can get that to your realtor very quickly. Now, what do we mean when we say an updated pre-approval letter? Well, say that you're approved for $1 million, but you don't want to spend $1 million once you've seen what your monthly payment will be. Say you've decided, I'm going to cap it at $800,000. Well, we're going to personalize that pre-approval letter from your lender to the amount that you are comfortable with. When you are making an offer on a home, we will also personalize that pre-approval letter from your lender. For example, if you were approved for up to $1 million and you're making an offer in a home that is $650,000, and you do not want to spend more than $650,000, we'll make sure that your pre-approval letter shows that you're qualified for $650,000. Now, should you need to go up in price because you find yourself in a competitive situation, and if you spend $660,000, that will be the difference in you winning the home, you can quickly get that pre-approval letter from your lender. The reason that you want that personalized letter is you don't really want to indicate to the seller and listing agent in a competitive situation that you actually have a lot more money to spend. So we personalize that letter. But it's important to have a lender that is nimble and quick and can get you an updated pre-approval letter when you need it. So those are some things to consider when getting a pre-approval letter and why a pre-approval letter is so important. If you don't know where to start, talk to your realtor, ask them who they recommend for lenders.